Alright, I got the first of a few different parts in that I'm going to change on here. This is a 10-inch windscreen. I decided the 10 versus the 6. I just thought it would fit my style a little bit better. So it's about half the size of the OEM one. The 6 just seemed a little too stubby for me. If you haven't changed one of these out before, there's just 5 Allen head bolts in the front. We're going to take the bolts out. This chrome piece pops off. I'll slide the visor in, put the bolts back in, see what it looks like. So just for profile, I'm going to do a quick walk around just so you can see what it would look like without. And we'll do a walk around and see what it looks like with, just in case you're considering doing something like that. We'll take it outside, but it's raining today, so we're going to do a little inside work. Alright, if you had a second hand or a third hand, it would be nice on this, but it can't be done by yourself. Again, just pull these 5 bolts out. If you're by yourself, I try to take the center one out last just because I can grab it with my hand, take the bolt out and lift the windshield off at the same time. And that way, just hold the top, keep from sliding off the bike. Now remember, that chrome piece may or may not fall off of your bike. When you take this off, there's a little rubber gasket behind it that will keep the chrome piece to the windscreen, so make sure you don't drop anything. Take my last bolt out. And again, this just kind of comes off of here. It may be stuck, it may be glued, depends on how long it's been on there. It shouldn't really be glued on, but after a while they get hot and they tend to stick. Again, that's just a rubber seal, goes between the windshield and that. So I'm going to take a second, I'm just going to rinse this off. There's, again, we live near the beach, so I got some sand and some other stuff down in here that's kind of worked itself in. So I'm going to clean these pieces up, then we'll put the new windscreen on. So I've got my shield lined up as best as possible. I'm going to start my center bolt. Lift up a little bit on the cowl. First bolt started here. Make it a much easier project if you have 2. Get started. Don't want to over tighten these, I don't want to crack it. I just want to get it in there where it won't fall off on me. As soon as it starts to snug up, I'm going to quit. Make sure it's tight enough though. It doesn't slip down left or right on you though, because you don't want to scratch your cowl up or your new shield. And again, just make sure your rubber gasket's lined up underneath of it. You can take a little adhesive if you want of some sort. I personally don't do it just because it will stick by itself eventually. But if you wanted to, you could put some adhesive behind that to kind of temporarily hold it in place. Tack it around the holes maybe, but again, not really necessary. Alright, I'm going to run these in with my impact. I'm not going to tighten them. Just save myself a little turning with the driver. When I tighten them, I work my way from the center outward. That way it kind of spreads the shield out. If for some reason it didn't fit perfectly, you're less likely to crack it that way. Alright, they did say to use microfiber towel only on this. I'm sure it scratches pretty easy. They've got their own little wax to put on it, their own little cleaner, but I don't think it's going to matter for that. As long as you don't use anything abrasive on it, you should be fine. It's a nice microfiber towel. I always wash the towels before I use them, unless I'm just cleaning up something that doesn't matter. Towels get a little softer. All the little pieces of lint and stuff come off of them. That cleaned up pretty nice. Fingerprints off my chrome. And I'm gonna try to get that off there eventually, but I'm not gonna mess with it right now. But all right, so that's the finished look on it. And again, personally, I kind of like it. That works out for me better. I'm going to get a comment from somebody sooner or later. Why didn't just buy the Vaquero? Well, I'm married and my wife didn't want a Vaquero. I get my own little toys. I pick an H2 or a Hayabusa every now and then. I've got to have something she'll ride with me, so this was my option. Last thing I'm waiting for is I'm trying to find saddlebags and a back seat rest, just to have something small sticking up out of the back, but they just don't make anything for this bike. So I'm trying to find something that I can custom fit on here. If I don't find bags, I'm going to have to find a way to attach the exhaust or change the exhaust to like a short exhaust so it's not supported by the back. So I'm still doing some digging on that. But again, windscreen done. Bike is looking pretty awesome to me. Hopefully the sun comes out this weekend, I get it right a little bit.